Good evening. Welcome to Learn Love Tarot. Hi, I'm Angie. Thank you so much for being here today. If you did not catch my post this morning on my community page, I did post my channel notes from this morning to see if those messages are going to show up in the cards. I did feel a continuing energy from yesterday's reading, which was the Pink Floyd song, right? And this today, as I was just writing, it was like an aha moment feeling. And it started with, because I suddenly feel like a different person. From the roots of my soul come a gentle coercion. Okay. Now that is the chorus. And then at the end, she moves from a vacancy that just did not belong. Okay. And then at the end of the chorus changes to as the darkness that turns to the dawn. So there was a shift, and there does feel like a shift in the energy. So it's kind of like somebody's felt like they've left themselves in the dark for too long and kind of like, aha. But if I kind of allow myself to succumb to the dark, that's okay. We all do, no judgment there. But that also means that I can move towards the light and focus on the light. Okay, so any numbers or dates that might ring a bell for you? Fiona Apple did. That song was released on July 23rd of 1996. So either 1996, the number 23. Now, when you boil that down to numerology, we do get a 7, a 5, and a 7. So to me, that feels like angelic guidance. Okay, we did see that door to spirit in the environment yesterday, but wasn't quite turned over yet. And when you add those numbers together, you do get the Sun, number 19 card, the Wheel of Fortune, a Turn of Fate, and number 1, the Magician. And I'll post that information in the description. Now, in addition to that, today's date for Life Path 5s, okay, a day of change, is the Path of Tradition. So it's more of a healing energy, though, of going, aha. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that this subconscious pattern or this wound that I have not ever wanted to look at before has been kind of taking the reins unbeknownst. And it feels like people are figuring that out right now, especially with still that Mars action energy being in Aries with the North Node, the wounded healer Chiron, as well. Now, just curiously, I did notice that Black Moon Lilith and Chiron, those 2 degrees, both came out to 11s, and we had 1111 multiple times in that reading yesterday. So I'm very curious to kind of see what pans out, what it boils down to. Now, this is going to be a yours and theirs reading today, a yin and yang. So take that as for yourself, what needs balanced in your emotions, in your sensual needs. So cups and pentacles. And then also for the divine masculine side or the yang side, what is the intellectual nature of your divine masculine side, okay? And what actions are you taking to achieve your goals, which would be swords and wands. So we're going to see where we go here. And I do have all the flavors out for air, fire, earth, and water. We do have the moon in Aquarius today. Thank you, Aquarius. Walk your truth. That's a 35. Now walk it out. Okay, there's that big old hand on the bottom there, that Hamza hand. 11 right there, cosmic connection. And we do have Pluto, the great change maker, in that 2 degrees Aquarius still. So I am not surprised to see that. All right, for fire signs, let's go ahead and get a general context here of what's going on in your energy here for fire signs. For fire signs, please. Energy for fire signs. What's going on with fire signs right now? That North Node in Aries. Whew. If you were born, I know I said it before, but if you didn't catch that, if you were born between 1968 and 1977, you'd be lit up from the floor up right now because your Chiron, your wounded healer, is in Aries, and that's where your greatest wound lies, okay? And wherever that is located in your chart, it looks like a key with a circle. There you are, fire signs, transformation. Wow, very earthy energy. Fire signs, you getting some dirt on that fire to kind of calm that Aries energy down. Now, that's exactly what would need to be done there to balance out the Aries energy of I, me, making sure that you're making choices and decisions that benefit the whole while still keeping your autonomy. And there's a 10 of compassion. Earth signs, that's like spiritual awakening right here. And this is her third eye just being lit up, and that communication is an open flow. So what her higher self is telling her, she's then communicating out. And really interestingly here, there's this pattern. I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up, but it looks like the veins of leaves up there throughout that seventh chakra that's showing as being lit up, as well as through the leaves, this interconnectedness, the connection to many things, the tree of life, right? It's all the pentacles. That's very 10 of Pentacles energy. It is a 33 card of transformation. And the degrees, we did have Taurus and Libra being represented by Venus right now at 6 degrees 9 minutes. That is a 15. That's devil energy balanced by the Lovers. So, okay, seeing that 11 with air signs, and then also that 6 energy with earth signs, fire signs. What about earth signs now? What about earth signs? What's going on for earth signs, please? And I put those bottom cards. I do love to have environmental energy, the bottom of the deck, so I will try to remember those, but I put them back in because I didn't want, if that needed to come out as the main card for earth or water, I didn't want those to not be included if that was a stronger energy. Okay. Just up here, what's going on with earth signs? So again, we're going to be asking when we get to that Ace of Pentacles, what is the sensual nature of our relationship to self or with someone else? There we go. Okay, earth signs, again, connecting to your intuition, which is why I mentioned that very earthy energy there, commonality for fire signs. So you may just here be connecting to each other, earth and fire. That's a big eye of the universe there. Okay, and it's intuition, which is a 9 card. And we see those 3s. And then yesterday it was all about the 4s and 8s. Okay, intuition for earth signs, tapping in and tuning on, tapping in and turning on, tapping in, tuned in and turned on. Okay. On the bottom of the deck for earth signs, unconditional love. So again, see, that's connecting me back to that 10 of compassion, that third eye, that communication center lighting up there. 34, unconditional love. Okay, we're going to keep you guys so I can see the whole thing. So heart chakra there, transforming that kind of energy, and then everything else. These are bookending with the blues of the throat chakra for water and air, could be communicating to each other. Also could be your cups allowing in, right, your own personal divine feminine connecting in to speak your truth. They're connecting together so that you're speaking about your feelings, both of you, okay? And then with that intuition and transformation, also feeling that yin yang energy connection there between fire and earth. On the bottom of that, there's the Mother Earth card. And we did have the World card yesterday as the first card out, and that's a 22. We have 22 degrees Chiron. Okay, so the wounded healer in Aries there. So definitely fire and earth connection there. Also, Black Moon Lilith is still in Virgo energy. So we could be, that Lilith could be firing us up too there, no doubt. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move in to see what of the major arcana cards are representing the divine masculine energy, and what major arcana card or court card, excuse me, not major arcana, court card is representing the divine feminine. Divine masculine first, please. Air and fire energy. What court card is representative of our own yang side or that of a partner? Thank you. All right, King of Cups in reverse. That is energy. So whenever a card falls on the table, all cards have a shadow and light. That is Mark. Okay. And I believe, no, that was Arthur that married Guinevere. Mark's wife was actually in love with Mark's knight. So this cup in reverse here means the energy is here. It's in its shadow self currently, but when it's reversed, it does have a chance to be turned upright as soon as it balances the cups. So perhaps too much air and fire there with the divine masculine side now. Okay, so, and maybe you're also looking at past cups, divine masculine energy that were spilled over and looking for patterns there. Okay, divine feminine energy of pentacles and cups. So the yin part of ourselves. And we've got Queen of Swords again. We've got her Venus. The last time that I did a yours and theirs reading of divine feminine and masculine. Now she is holding Cupid's arrow of love. She is wanting big love. I mean, she is Venus. And we do have Venus in the same house as Gemini energy. So there's your Libra. So divine feminines, we could be in need of balancing out that more masculine energy, which does look like you are doing here with that throat chakra opening and walking your truth, speaking your truth about love. So if this aha moment has come to you, or maybe you've just worked up enough of your masculine nerve to be able to share that with yourself, okay, admitting it to yourself and or a divine masculine if that's another person for you. So there's tulips on the card as well, representing that lover's energy. And I did say that Venus was at 6 degrees, 9 minutes, which is 15, the devil with the sister card of the lovers. And tulips were kind of like the old school slipping into your DMs. So you would get tulips as a kind of wink, like, hey, I like you, or hey, I'm thinking about you. Okay. So very much in your heavy in your cups energy, and with Venus being in the same part of the entire house, the same slice of life, depends where Gemini is for you and your own pie. She is with the sun, so she's being highlighted. She's with Mercury, the planet of communication, and with Jupiter, the planet of luck, abundance, and expansion. Now, Venus does not so much love to be in Gemini energy. It's very masculine energy. So that will be considered a detriment. She's kind of hiding behind the sun, right? So maybe divine feminines, maybe divine feminines, you feel you've gotten a little bit too close to the sun with that devil energy and you're walking it back. Okay. So I think it feels like the divine masculine energy, the action is walking it out, stepping it up, and the divine feminine energy is reining it back. Okay. Now there is a Princess of Wands throwing caution to the wind. Okay, on the bottom of the deck there. So let's see what we get. I'm going to be using for the Divine Masculine my Souls on Fire deck. MJ is a Sag, and what better way to represent that fiery energy? We did see, wow, 9 of Swords and 10 of Swords. Now, on the song, so the second part that turns in as the darkness that turns to the dawn. Okay. The darkness, not sleeping at night, stinking thinking, rumination, not able to sleep. That turns into the dawn. 10 of Swords is the woe is me is over, and the sun is coming up in the background. What's done is done. And remember, this does reset to an Ace of Swords, which is a sword of truth, which Venus is holding there as her Cupid's arrow of love. Okay, on most decks, that Queen of Swords is wielding her sword of truth. So we got that energy there in the Cosmic Connections deck, Oracle deck. Wow. Okay, so in unconditional love, walk your truth. 34 and 35, they're right. So they are right next to each other. And then we have 33 transformation. So kind of the oddball out here. And I have a hankering that it's still that Taurus energy hanging around and Jupiter hanging onto the bumper. Trying to like, no, we don't want to go to Gemini. We don't want to go to the truth. We want it to roll back to Taurus energy. Well, we Jupiter already skipped over there. You know, he's already there. And so 33, 34, 35, and kind of one of these kids is not like the other. What was that reading? One of these kids is not like the other. I can't recall, but I believe it's on the thumbnail. Might want to check that out if that's resonating for you right now. 2 more. Oh, I got to put that 10 of Swords back in, don't I? Okay. You're allowed, if you've been too long in the dark, okay, 9 of Swords, you are realizing that you can surrender to the light. The sun is coming up on the horizon. All right, King of Swords right there on the bottom of the deck. Okay, that's where we go. All right, Divine Masculine. What is the intellectual nature of this relationship? So what are the intellectual needs of the Divine Masculine? Ooh, or what is their communication style? I'm going to put you right here. I need my columns. Okay. So, because your cups were upside down, Divine Masculines, your communication style or your intellectual needs means that we like to keep things secret. We're not very forthcoming with our emotions, which was in the reading with the Barbie caravan. Yeah. Okay. So the next card is what actions is the divine masculine taking to achieve their goals that they've set right now. Okay. So they are kind of in a little bit of a la la land, a dream world here. 10 of Cups is there's someone else in that happy family with you. Okay. But is it that happy if we are unsure of our feelings, or if we're not speaking our feelings and we're not walking our truth about this? Like, yeah, it's white picket fence on the outside, but maybe not so hot on the inside. I'm getting a little notification that my battery is low, so pardon please in a momento. Now that was charging all dang day, so there is no darn good reason that that battery should be low. Why'd they want me to pause here? Okay, with the cups being, with King of Cups being upside down, that's emotional instability or imbalance, not walking our truth. Okay, and then the other masculine portion here, transformation. So you are transforming into balance. Okay, notice that there's two moons here and also two animals. And it's that, you know, do I feed fear, or do I feed the way that I really want to go? You know, whichever one you feed first is where we are inside, whether that's anxiety, okay, or our heart's loyalty. Which one are you feeding the divine masculine energy? So again, feminines, that's your action, your yang part of yourself. If this is not, you're not looking at this reading as partnership energy. Okay, so there might be a little dreaminess there in that mood, unclear. Okay, you're trying to make it happy. Okay, you're trying to give that person the family and love and house of their dreams. The Cups energy, what are the emotional needs of the divine masculine? So the divine masculines, it's coming up over and over. They're learning their feelings. So the Page of Cups, you know, is about, it's a messenger, it's a message. You might be wanting the action there. You might be wanting to give an apology to someone. You might be wanting to let someone know how you feel about them. And this is also discovering how you love and want to be loved, divine masculine. So you sometimes get distracted there by that fish in the cup instead of focusing on the task at hand. Right? You allow yourself to, you know, this is childlike energy, and we do see children here. So it's kind of a maturation of what we consider to be love. And that's why the king is not yet a king, because we're kind of still on that page level with our masculine side, as far as speaking about our feelings or letting someone know how we feel, speaking our truth. Okay, just wow, with this masculine energy, all water. I could not have predicted that, but I mean, with the child is gone. Okay, suddenly I feel like a different person. Well, the king's deployed the knight, but geriatric horse is standing still. Okay, he's pausing. So for the pentacles, this is, what is the love language of the divine masculine? What makes them happy or brings them joy? The Knight of Cups is, you know, romance, pleasure, picnic on the beach. He's on the beach here, but it's on pause. It feels like you're just not sure. Have you not really ever asked yourself that before, learning lovers? What do you value? Okay. What do you want out of a relationship? Create some kind of art. If I had mine handy here, I would share it with you, but just make a word wall. You know, how do you want that partnership to look? Okay. What is it when you examine your own heart's cup? Can you look through at the past? What brought you childlike wonder? What was your first crush, right? Why was that your first crush? What about it? There's a place you can dig. You can dig a little deeper there, and it's like you've been, putting everybody else's needs, in front of yours for so long, maybe too much Libra if we have the King of Cups in reverse, and or if we have the King of Cups in reverse, that's too much Aries, that's too much autonomy. And relationships that are unbalanced in that way are getting a big old fat tower by 111 if those are not rectified within our own selves. Okay, so there's some kind of truth that we're finding here in this examination. It's almost as if we have this like perfect idea of what love and family and marriage should be. Okay, and if we're walking our truth here and transforming and grounding that energy, okay, that would make sense of why that King of Cups came in upside down. But again, we are progressing from the page to the knight. The king deploys the knight. And we did, for the first time in a long time, see the emperor show up on the same side of the board of energy. And I haven't seen that in quite a while. We had the empress as the situation. And then, further out in the outcome, here comes the emperor. Just not there yet. King of Cups has got to get his emotions under wraps here. Balancing out this fantasy of what you thought, was maybe murky to you. Your communication style was not great. You hid your feelings. Okay. What are you doing to achieve your goals? You're doing what you think you're supposed to be doing. But remember, the tens are really aces of cups. You need to be able to replenish your own cup first before you're able to give to another, because, say it all the time, we can only know our own heart's cup. We can only love to the depth with which we know our heart's cup. So I see progress here, guys. You're learning. And that's as feminines as well. It's not how we present, guys. It's soul energy, the yin and yang of our own two halves of self. Suddenly I feel like a different person. As the darkness turns to dawn, the child is gone. Ding, ding. We are growing up what it is that we think love is. We're coming out of confusion, examining our own heart. Well, what do we really want? I figured it out. The king deploys the knight, and we have the queen. We have Venus over here on the other end of the board. Libra Taurus energy, very sensual. Okay. So your love language is date night, could be acts of service as well. He's on his horse there to deliver the message for the king that love is coming. That's an act of service to the king. Okay. Maybe you're even confused on what the hell you're supposed to do. You're not really sure, like you're like, acts of what? Look up the 5 love languages. It can change your life if you're in the dating world. If you know each other's love language, it's not that there isn't love there. A lot of times it's just one person shows it very differently than the other person does, and that can cause a little bit of friction. I'm curious here for what are the emotional blocks of the divine masculine side, that one. Crankiness, irritated. The cup is upside down with King Mark there, King of Cups. Something about your need, something about you needs to be healed if you feel irritated towards another person. What is that trigger? Journal about it. Speak your truth, walk your truth. That's going to bring your transformation into your own 33, right? Your heart, your head, and your soul connecting, your body, mind, and spirit. Okay. With this moon energy, this confusion here, and your cup is completely turned upside down. What needs to be healed? I started off by talking before cards were even out. We've carried around this, since childhood. We've been distracted, and we maybe never even ask, well, what are my emotional needs? What do I want? When you know what you don't want, okay, fine, but are we going, no, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. When you've never really sat down and thought, well, what do I want? Then we're manifesting properly. Then we get that cup flowing and that king had turned around. Boom. We get that king had turned around. Okay. So where is, and that is crossed by ignored. Wow. With that moon energy, that childhood wound, were you truly ignored, or do you feel you weren't given the amount of attention that you hoped or expected? Okay, if we felt invisible as a child, then, that's a lot of people from 68 to 77. I was talking to a client the other day, and we were latchkey kids. You just pulled yourself up from your bootstraps and you went along your business and you just always took action. It was just how we grew up, right? We've never stopped to even look at, well, what is it that I want? I know what the dream is. I know what the white picket fence is. I know what kind of societal expectations are. But what if love to you means my partner and I travel, put everything on the back of the bike and we travel around the United States on the back of a bike, or we fly to different countries, rent a bike there and do the same thing? What if that is love to you? If that's your perfect partner, manifest that shit. Be honest, walk your truth. Okay. Can't manifest if you don't know what it is. So if you were ignored, if you've never been asked what you want, and it's taken up to this point in life to kind of even think about that or pose that question to ourselves, it would stand to reason that that could be, why our cups are upside down. Nobody ever asked. Nobody ever asked. All right, I'm going to use the Ascension deck here to see where the King of Cups is in reverse here, masculine of fire and air. Where is the divine masculine energy currently? What stage of ascension? They're currently in. We had that the other night, that one card that did not want to show itself. That was the challenge card, did not want to face a challenge. Okie doke. They're like, oh yeah. Okay, wow, swans. This has been coming out a bit. Ebb and flow. I'd say so. Divine masculine energy is flowing. We fill our own cup. We examine it so that we can fill it up and understand what makes us happy. Once we are happy within ourselves, once we know how we love and want to be loved, that cup in our heart chakra, green transformation, overflows, and then we understand that that is the love that we have to give to others. And soul merger, that is a 33. Right there, right there. Okay, balancing out your chakras, turning your King of Cups. You're doing that right now. Transformation, soul merger. Can't make it up. That's incredible. Crossed by in your environmental energy. What did I say? Bottom right there, nurture your inner child. And we see this rainbow energy here, mimicking that other card. And there is, we talked about yesterday about mother wound, and here it is, practice self-love, 10-10. That's an 11. We did see the air energy crossed by that 11 card. Wow. Nurture your inner child, practice self-love. Okay, we can't deliver love to anyone else. We can't deliver love to ourselves if we don't know how we love and want to be loved. What does that mean to us? Well, if we never even thought about it, nobody asked us. It's time to ask yourself. You got to do you, boo. That is crazy cool. Okay. Just wow. Love when things like that come together. More rainbow energy of vortex. It's a 10-10 again, aligning with infinite abundance. Yeah, you can't, I just said that. You cannot manifest from a place of lack, and you can't manifest what you want because you don't know. Nobody's ever asked you, never asked yourself. So we've been going relationship after relationship. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't like that. That's what you're bringing in then. Confirmation that love stinks. Love stinks. I don't know why that song came in, but there we be. But there we be. All righty, let's look at communication is communication style, the DM. Still pausing over here. Because the 10 of Cups is very dreamy, just like the moon. These cards, very flexible. Bottom of the deck, Page of Wands. We saw the Page of Wands in the pre-shuffle there. They have the energy on both sides. That card wants to be saying what I just say about hopping on a motorcycle. I just literally made that up. It was just an example. Knight of Swords, unstoppable force. Ace of Wands. Yesterday we had the 10 of Wands on this side, and the environmental energy, 10's turn to good students. Aces, motivated beginning. Okay, my question was going to be, so Page of Wands, Ace of Wands, what is this, what actions is Divine Masculine taking here? How are they moving through life? It's like a bit of dreamy energy and confusion here with communication style. You're not communicating to yourself, therefore unable to communicate to someone else. Are we feeding anxiety, or are we feeding our truth? So we have anxiety about our truth. Not an accusation, just a feeling, and a journal question perhaps. Okay, that's if we're irritated, if we're the grumpy pants emperor or old ass Merlin. Didn't watch that reading from last Friday. You don't want to wait till you're 85. I mean, more power to you if you do. But if you're just always irritated and you don't know why, what is irritating you? That's your kernel. That is a gift to then track the pattern. Okay, of why is this a trigger? The trigger relates to your wound. And I would not be surprised if you were ignored, left to your own devices, latchkey kids. I mean, that's just how it was, how it be. King of Swords again, which we saw on the Divine Feminine deck without shoveling it yet. That's what I was going to say. Without shuffling it. Ethics over emotions. Okay. Are we feeling obligated? We're like faking this happy family 10 of cups energy, because that's like, again, the rainbow connection doesn't, it's the white picket fence. Everything inside is fine because I say so. It's for show. Is it, and there's that Libra energy. Is it ethical to not walk your truth just so you can make somebody else happy? Eventually that's going to fall apart, because if you're not happy, that is going to make you irritated. It's going to come out in everything that you do. Let's see what this 10 of Cups is. Drained, defeat, 9 of Wands. That is, we saw that yesterday, the wounded warrior, the Chiron energy. But when it's upright, that means you're almost there. Just keep going. Okay. This is, I don't want to look at this. This is over. I suck. I'm never going to find love. I'm never going to find the person I want. Yeah. When you're so close, don't give up now. There's that second chakra energy, that sacral chakra, that sexual energy. This is whatever. This is not sparking for you in your divine masculine side. It's not lighting your fire. Drained, defeat. Maybe you work so hard, even if that's as a divine feminine, you work so hard to have that white picket fence, to have the better homes and gardens. And then you're like, now what? That's what it feels like, guys. I'm going to keep that top and the bottom. Nurture your inner child, and see how he's holding that. It's like that trophy there, but it's empty. What good is that house? It's a trophy. It doesn't fill your cup, doesn't fill your heart's cup. And I think everybody's learning that right now. And maybe we need to apologize to our inner child and say, you know what? Not another day am I going to let you go without asking you what you truly need. Good for you. Page of Cups, underneath that, ethics over emotions, new excitement in the heart space. The emotional needs. Can't make it up. New excitement. Telling somebody your feelings for the first time, walking your truth. You are transforming your cup. I mean, that feels amazing. We'll just leave that little angel, and look who's there in that environmental energy. We have Mama Venus reparenting your child. Little baby Venus. You were once a baby Venus too. Okay, we got to relearn, unlearn a lot of shit and relearn it right back. That, guess what? Why are you continuing to ignore yourself? That's a wound. That is a wound. All right, King of Swords and your environmental energy, holding that sword of truth on both ends of the spectrum here, divine feminine energy. Intuition and unconditional love, 79 might be significant for you. 34 maybe. 18, maybe you met this person when you're 18. There's the world energy we saw show up yesterday for the first card out. That was where you are, where the divine feminine energy is, and the Empress was the situation. You're in your balanced state. King of Cups upright. Your energy is balanced. Your heart is merging with your head, and you're allowing in that soul, because double fours, 44. Healing this heartbreak of the past. When you're ready to face the truth, this person grabs that sword of truth. Okay, Venus has got hers. Environmental energy. She's like, I feel it. I am it. Okay. And she meaning your emotional nature, your own yin, cups and pentacles. I don't see it yet here on the right, or you don't like what you've gotten so far here, divine feminine. You're healing here. It looks like you're done healing since it was in the past energy. There's that Venus devil. News it. Okay, fear. You are afraid to grab that sword of truth, especially bookending the walk your truth with unconditional love. Okay, you don't think it's real. You think it's fairy tales and unicorns. 10 of Cups. What halted? What? Okay. Physical abandonment. This is a block here. So abandonment wounds, seeing that a lot, especially the 68 to 77ers. Seeing it a lot. We had that card prevalent in every single reading that we did from the new moon in Taurus to the full moon in Sagittarius. Okay. Knight of Cups. Action. We're taking action. Unconditional love. You can have it. So divine feminine, what is your communication style, or what are your intellectual needs? Can't make it up. There she is again, Venus. I knew she's going to make an appearance here. Sun, Mercury, communicating your needs, highlighting that energy. So even though she doesn't like where she's at right now, Venus energy coming through. What I just say. Walk your truth. Now walk it out. Divine feminine, and you are. So that's the actions that you're taking to achieve the goals that you set. You already have your sword of truth. The energy in your environment is setting you up for leadership. You are heading more towards that independent autonomy energy. We're done with the overgiving, okay, which can come from abandonment wounding. Strength, okay, and this is what are your emotional needs. So yesterday we talked about that strength card where in the mermaid deck she was cutting away the net of the whale meticulously, taking her time but working with haste at the same time. Okay, wow, you feel strong right now, divine feminine. You feel real strong. Okay, what is the love language of the divine feminine? Sun. Yep, 19 Sun. And we have that wheel of fortune energy and the magic from Fiona's 7/23 1996 song. Wow. Okay, that's what's changing. Life path fives. This could apply to you as well. So Sun turns into 1 of 9 is 10, turns into the wheel of fortune, turning things in your favor. And then resetting all 4 of your aces as the magician. Wow. Wow. Double swords. Can't make it up. Oh my Lanta. Okay, Divine Feminine, where are you going here? What is your love language? Okay, what brings you joy? Being outdoors. Okay, you just want to feel good. Maybe especially since we are looking at pentacles and the sensuality, right? What is your love language? Maybe you just like to be naked. Especially crossing the Divine Feminine here card as well. Venus, Sun energy. Your opposing forces are coming into balance like now. We've ended something with that world energy. What are you telling the truth about? What are we telling the truth about, Divine Feminine? What are we telling the truth about here? What are we telling the truth about? Knight of Pentacles on the bottom. Like we're on the way. So 2 knights here, Knight of Wands, passion and fast, opposing Knight of Pentacles that's geriatric slow, but is guaranteed to get there. 3 of Pentacles, partnership. Okay. Maybe you have felt alone in this partnership with yourself or with an actual partner. Okay, maybe you're just now telling the truth to yourself, right? So the action of the wands is definitely walking your truth about, I want the big love, unconditional love. I want it all, Queen. Sun, I want it all. The ultimate happiness. That one, okay. What truth are you walking to? Holding tight. I don't know if I flipped that. I'll read both sides just in case. Letting go. Cutting yourself free of the net of those past things that have held you back. And then opposing with holding tight. And there is a key. Wounded healer Chiron. You are letting go of pains of those abandonment wounds. Crossed by 5 of Pentacles. Again, both sides, except on this side, it's in reverse. 5 of Pentacles, problematic perfectionism. Excuse me, it's 8 of Pentacles. So that would be becoming an expert at your field. A lot of plate spinning, burning the candle at both ends. There's a passing of the torch here, right? Because you're becoming an expert at your field. So you're passing that torch. But in the opposing energy, problematic perfectionism. What I say, why pick a fence? Everything is fine. Therefore, it must be so. See that fence out there? I don't think so. What action are you doing? You're telling the freaking truth about why you've been holding back, why you've been choosing less than, why you've been choosing less than. It's an abandonment wound. You're letting that freak flag fly, Divine Feminine. That is, I'm moving in quick. That is like moving forward. You've had your aha. You're like, I understand that, why I've been holding on to this idea of perfect. But coming up, Knight of Swords, lots of knights with a strategic solution. And there's that rainbow energy. Bottom of the deck. Wow. Wow. Just wow. Cool. Okay. But seeing hot air balloons a lot too. Page of Pentacles, disconnected goals. Yeah. You didn't know what you wanted. Did not know that hot air balloons don't float down. So same as the DM energy here. So you are rectifying both sides of what do I actually want? Okay. And then very masculine side on this side of the board, swords, strength, Leo energy of the sun and the sun card. So the only feminine card, because Queen of Swords is actually masculine energy, even though she's Venus. But then we have, oh no, here I'm the Empress, Venus energy. Here's all my pink. She is balancing her emotions out. The swords and the cups, unconditional love, combining with intuition here. I know what makes me happy. I mean, this is nuts. This is the child is gone. No more playing around. No more child's play. And it's hysterical here that we have this one child, but she's alone. Okay, abandonment on a horse, and is like, you know what? I'm, instead of just seeing myself as alone, I'm going to see myself alone on a horse, galloping to my best and highest good and what actually makes me happy. It's very freeing to, it's cathartic. It's catharsis. Go get naked in the sun. Why not? Don't get yourself arrested, but it's legal some places, and there are high fences. Maybe even if you need to go to a friend's house, be like, hey, let's nude sunbathe. Why the hell not? Throw caution to the wind, Page of Wands. What wanted to come out? We'll peek, but we might put it back in. The generator, staying grounded, 4 to 4. And we saw those 2 4s in the pre-shuffle, 44. Okay, here. Where is the divine feminine on her part of the journey? We've got another 11, 1-to-1, fast track to ascension. What I say here, but you can't ascend without, and I'm getting big ear squeezies, without balancing your yin and yang. Clearing energy blocks like it's your job. Okay, which is similar to this soul merger here in the divine masculine energy. We've been in our too much action, too much Aries energy, Mars energy of war, right? And we've been fighting our heart. You're figuring out, you're finding out that just doesn't work. Doesn't make you happy. And if you ain't happy, nobody happy. There's that music energy we saw yesterday coming out a couple times. And we did have the sun and the moon additionally come out yesterday. And look at that. I read when I do my 9-card spread, top corner to bottom corner. That's incredible. Clearing those energy blocks. Music definitely does that. You can look up on YouTube. They have all kinds of music to unblock the chakras. Each chakra is a different frequency. Okay, so here's your Roy G. Biv of your base root chakra: Do, Re, Mi, Fa, So, La, Ti, Do. The child is gone. I'm a grown-ass woman with my cups now. So it's just that divine masculine part catching up with the energy. Activating the higher chakras. You're connecting into your cups. We saw the Queen of Cups as the center card of energy. And Queen of Cups is hella intuitive. Okay. Okay. Clearing the energy, fast track to ascension. That's the way to do it. What do I want? Just wow, guys. Crossed by It's in the environment. The High Priest. Okay, 9 to 9, personal empowerment. Ladies and gentlemen, what is 9 and 9? A 10. Na, 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 na. Okay, the guru, the shaman, the guide. What a beautiful ending to our reading here today. So it is Life Path 5, which is Hierophant energy. Its sister card is Death card, Death and Transformation, Pluto energy. You're doing it. And look, he's holding the sun and the moon, one in each hand, balancing out. Can't make it up. It's incredible. We saw that key. Where was the key? The key was in letting go. Okay. Because holding too tight to those wounds doesn't do anybody any bit of good. Okay. And because of that abandonment wound, we can have chosen less than we deserve because we'd rather it be how it looks. Well, it looks okay that that person is in alignment with how everything should look. But then what happens when you get home and unwrap each other? And you ain't happy. Can't buy the cups. The cups are the frequency that bring the pentacles. You don't have to buy a damn thing. Love don't cost a thing, said Jennifer Lopez, a wise woman. And that key that we were seeing in the 8 of Pentacles, the problem, where'd it go? Sorry. The 4, holding tight and being too miserly with not wanting to face a solution, doing that now. 1111 at the top there. 11 to 11, I am enough, unlocking that anchor, activating the higher chakras and fast tracking yo A double asterisk, letting go of expectations. And there's that butterfly of transformation. Dang, right underneath that High Priest personal empowerment. That's how you did it. Okay, then we are going to ask here, what is the nature of this connection? All the time. Okay. Forgot to start the timer. Sorry, not sorry. You know I like to dig. You ain't here because I'm quick. And I'll need to get emotional blocks for the feminine. Okay, too. Thank you. In a memento. See, trying to rush off to that sun too fast with that Knight of Wands at the background. So on the top, I won't take them all sarcastic. This is a protective tone, a lack of vulnerability. This only adds fuel to the fire. Page of Swords with, that can be acerbic or childish words. Okay, or you've held back what you really think. And then it just all comes firing out. That ain't good sort of truth. You want it to be the truth, but can it be kind? You don't want to catch karma for hurting somebody because you're hurting, right? You don't want to catch his hands. Bottom of the deck, fearful. This emotion is limiting your movement forward. What is the actual fear you are experiencing? Is this something that can be released? Strength card. Your emotional needs, you need to feel safe and protected. Absolutely. You want the whole thing. I want it all. And by raising your personal vibration, right, that becoming the expert, the guru, the shaman, the guide, you start sharing that information with others even, then that raises you even higher, faster. Okay, you're using that music. There's 2 things. This looks like a big woofer. Is that right? Am I getting that right? Womp, womp. Isn't the woofer the thing that remember the old 70s speakers, the big tall ones? I actually want some of those. But yeah, you could see them move. They would pulsate, right? Music is a great way to clear energy blocks, and it's also a great way to raise your vibration. Be like me throwing Megan Thee Stallion and dance like an idiot. Learn a YouTube or a TikTok dance. Okay. Which I did, and I didn't do half bad. It only took me 4 hours to learn. All right. Now, well, sensual and physical nature of the relationship. What wanted to come out? Wanted to land on my breasticles. Brunhilde and Siegfried, the strength card, 8. Okay, also judgment. Yep, making a judgment call about this truth. I want it all. Unconditional love. If it ain't that, you ain't having it. Judgment. The Lonhauser and Elizabeth. He was kind of the Knight of Wands energy. He wanted to run about town and, be the playboy, go on his little adventures, and kind of be selfish and too much me, my. And at the end of the day, like I said, what is life? If you have the white picket fence, what happens when you get inside? He realized he ain't got nothing without love, and he came back. But don't wait till they're as old as Merlin, okay? Because, not going to be a very fun magic stick. He better hope his ass is magic at that point. I swear, even the crap I joke about, it's what it feels like, right? So it comes out in the energy. Literally, Merlin with his old ass magic stick, and Vivian, don't be like Merlin. Don't wait till it's old and crusty. She's still young and beautiful. She got the wop. Merlin, and this is 2 times here. Someone just like waiting for freaking ever. I don't know my feelings, so chicks, dude, well, take action on it then. Figure that shit out. What do you want? Walk your truth, transform it, clear your energy blocks, follow your flipping intuition and Venus. Once those energy blocks are gone, I want it all. Fast track to ascension. That's literally the pathway of how we go from King of Cups in reverse to upright. Also might be dealing with some broken hearts here. Okay, just not seeing something coming, because the King of Cups is a fair and gentle king. He's very intuitive, like the Queen of Cups. He knows everything that is going on in his kingdom. Like, he doesn't even have to have heal. He knows, he can feel it. So divine masculines, okay, or divine feminines, because you didn't use your yang energy and speak up. If we got blindsided, I'm sorry. That water behind him is very tumultuous. I mean, and look at him. He's older, and he's a little bit longer in the tooth, not quite as old as Merlin, but we're finally seeing the energies on the same side of the board. We're finally seeing that reciprocity, and not, it's like Emperor didn't even show up for like 2.5 weeks, almost 3. Not a damn card. All decks, masculine. I mean, awakening right underneath that, Psyche and Cupid with Cupid's arrow, and 19, the damn Sun card. Well, we did have 2. We went from 1 to 19, and life path of tradition there did show up with the Hierophant energy, the high priest. and we had our song come through of the sun and magic both showing up there at the very end. And all of those planets, all these eights that were showing up, we had the sun, Mercury, communication, Venus, energy, Jupiter, the luck. At the time, I was like, I wonder, because yesterday at 4:44, the moon moved into Aquarius. So I was like, I wonder what's happening in the sky at 4:44. That's what I pulled all the astrology on. They were all currently in that 8th house Gemini energy. So because it changed, the ascension, your ascendant changes every 2 to 2.5 hours. 4:44. Oh yeah, we're past that. So we've already shifted that 8th house. So now the wheel has turned, but the planets are still where they are. Just the goalposts move. That's why if you don't have your birth time, you don't know where your stake in the sand starts this lifetime, right? You don't know what houses or what life areas those lessons of the planets are exactly affecting you in. And we have that strength energy of Brunhilde and Siegfried, Lonhauser and Elizabeth here. If we right? If we use that same energy of strength to awakening of the sun, just like we have here, the strength to awaken to the sun. And then we have old dudes thinking they had all the time in the world. And I think that reign is, that's where the divine masculines are. They're finally showing up. Okay. And again, that just means for you, you're taking action towards your truth, however your energy presents. I mean, it's just beautiful. Okay, let's get the some advice cards here. We've got these didn't even need to come out, but trust yourself. That's a 31, a 4. There's our 5 of path of tradition, defend to the end, the worthwhile. There's our wounded warrior, Chiron. And our world energy is back, dream a beautiful dream, aligning the north and south nodes. Right here in the middle helps you raise your vibration to your high self. Another 5, faith in the process, just trust. I was going to get, I'm using my believe in your own magic here to split it out now. That's for the overall everyone. Beautiful. I mean, kind of said it better. Thanks, cards, that I didn't mean to grab. Okay, let's get some advice for our divine masculine selves. Advice for divine masculine yang energy. It's always something to learn. Okay, 2 for you. Feast, slow down and celebrate yourself. We've been living on fumes and just trying to provide a dream. It's a 29 card, another 11. Yeah, the cups are upside down. I could feel that energy. Shark, swim away from this situation. You know if that's your energy or not, if that's the action you need to take. It's a 35, which is an 8. And we had 35s come out for walk your truth of intuition there, air signs. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. There's Daddy Saddy right down in the bottom corner there. Saturn's going to make sure you do. If you're not living your truth, Saturn will kick your A double asterisk. So it's time to get step in there. Time for healing at Heart's Cup, discovering what it is that you really want. It's time for healing, not war. I mean, let it burn. That ain't it. Confusion, if it isn't a hell yes, it's a F no. Quote me on that. Let's finish this up for you guys. This is really beautiful. And divine masculines, divine feminine counterparts have already been through it. So we're seeing that shift in the energy. It is going to be okay. Flower, be honest with yourself. You want it all. You want it all. Her yellow dress, that's our third chakra. That is literally our joy, our happiness. It is a 17 card. There's our 8 of strength. I mean, it keeps, the energy keeps confirming itself. Start a revolution. Do something different than you've always done. Do not follow the status quo. This is bullshit. Okay? We grew up, you know, in the rub some dirt on it era. Didn't talk about your feelings. We just didn't know. We grew up not knowing how to then, especially if we were ignored, left to our own devices. You know, I wanted to, you know, be out. It was, you know, I ain't coming home until the street lights are on and I have to. I was out on my bike and playing and, you know, and when it rained, it's like, what are you guys doing up there? Nothing, playing. Good morning. The world awaits you. 44 plus 0 is 4. Lots of 4s and 8s and 5s of change. Okay. Trust yourself. Heal those wounds. That's gained wisdom. 5 of change. Dream that beautiful dream. You can have it all, but have it for real. It's not about offense or things. We all learn that lesson depending on how long in the tooth we are. Faith in the process. Let this change come on in. You can feel it too. I know you can, because I'm reading for you. Just, wow, what a wonderful message. I'm so grateful you are here. I am so grateful to swim in your energy. It is an honor, and I take it very seriously. Can take the teacher out of the classroom, but can't take the classroom out of the teacher. And this is now my classroom, and everybody is welcome. You'll heal those hearts. Much love from me to you as always.